welcome to my channel. So you guys, we have a new backdrop because everywhere in this house is a construction site right now, so I can't film anywhere else but this place. But hey, how you doing? So we are going to be having a chit chat video today because it's been a while I did this, and I'm going to be reacting to a story that I saw recently online, and to a woman who was mocked for infertility. She was trying to conceive and her church members mocked her, and I'm going to be reading out her story and sharing my own story so we all can share our stories, okay, and just chat about this. Before we begin this video, how are you doing? How are you doing, my joyful mommies? Okay, like, we are all joyful mommies, even if you are in waiting, even if you have children, we are all joyful. There's no room for depression, for complaining, or any of that stuff. Okay, so if you haven't given this video a thumbs up, if you are looking at this video, please give it a thumbs up. Okay, let's do that before we continue this video. Smash the thumbs up button. Okay, for 4 years, and there was a particular time that my mom called me and was like, some people that were in the church, because my mom is a pastor, she has her own church, she has her own ministry, but the church I grew up in, some people that the church I was wedded in, some people that were attending the church were gossiping, and so the gossip kind of filtered to my mom. And so the person that told her was like, when they were talking, they were now like, maybe they said she got married as a virgin. Virgin, or they quick get belly and all those kind of things. And I can imagine how embarrassing that was for my mom, because I'm her only child, and I'm my parents' only child. So everybody, and I got married really very early. I got married at the age of 22. So because of that, everybody thought that, okay, she got married young, she got married a virgin, everything would just go like that and she would just have children. But it didn't work out that way. Like, we waited for 4 years, because I've shared my story, PCOS, infertility, and all of that stuff. So when I saw this girl's story about people in church mocking her, hers is actually very, very sad. Like, why would you laugh at somebody's predicament? Like, why would you do that? There are some things that, even if your head is not correct, let me put it that way, there are some things you should just not do. Do you understand? Like, even people out of genuine concern, I'm looking for the story, guys, ask those questions. I even feel like sometimes maybe they are doing over sabi, or they really want to know, or they just want to get gossip or whatever. But now taking it a step further and using somebody's predicaments to laugh at somebody, like, I think that that's very low. Sorry. I think that that's a very, very low place to go to, because you really don't know people's stories. You shouldn't laugh at people because of a predicament. It doesn't have to be infertility, it could be anything. Like, some people use the fact that, I'm richer than you, or I'm more well to do than you, to mock other people. Like, you don't know tomorrow, you don't know what will happen tomorrow. The fact that you are up today does not mean that you forever be up. Like, I've seen people who literally went from grace to grass within a very short period of time. So you don't know. Or you may have a child today and you're laughing at somebody that doesn't have a child. Do you know if that child that you have, that is you are using to make pepper body, if that child will live, would bury you? Do you understand what I'm saying? So you really cannot tell what tomorrow brings. We pray that tomorrow brings good things, but you don't use people's pain, people's sufferings to laugh at them. Like, you don't do that. I see a lot of people doing it, and sometimes I wonder, like, is it immaturity? Is it bitterness? I don't know what it is. I remember a particular incident. I didn't think about it before. The month that I conceived, there was a day we're coming back home, and my husband wanted to play with a little boy. He wanted to play ball with the little boy. Anytime he's coming, he's always like, "Hey, footballer of our time," blah blah blah. So that day, because the parents of the boy knew that he wanted to play with the boy, as they just saw him coming, they just whisked the boy away as if, I beg, go and burn your own. Don't come and play with, don't come and infect us with childlessness. I honestly, that day, I really, because I'm not a very emotional person, I didn't feel bad. I felt bad for my husband, but me personally, I knew what they did. I just like, God, shey you see, like it's not even for me. Like me, I really, I can't, I don't want to use the word, I'm not saying that, but that's how I am. But I just like, this is rubbish. Like, what's because somebody wants to play with, like that's not the first time. But I beg. So that month that they did that thing, that's the month that I got pregnant. So and sometimes I know I'm saying, oh, people should not do it, but if people use your pain to mock you, the best response is not to get angry, is not to be bitter, is to take it back to your father, your maker, that God, see what they are doing, not out of spite, not out of bitterness, because people
All
they
those
talk,
things
but people talk,
matters.
like people say all manner of things. I remember somebody once asked me like, oh, Tope, you don't even share what is going on in your life, you don't talk about, nobody knows what's happening. And I'm like, I'm fine, I'm really really fine, because me, I know that a lot of times when people are asking you those questions, it's not really, there are some people that care, but 95% of times people are just looking for gist, and when they have not been able to get gist from you, they will want to find every possible way to get that gist. So I'm not going to give you gist as in, I remember somebody once asked me that, come, tell us the truth, oh, so that we'll know how to help you. How many abortions did you commit? I was just looking at the person like, eh? I didn't even know how to. I just smiled. I didn't even answer that question, because how many abortions did you commit? So that we'll know how to help you, so that you can have children. That this thing is not hard. Just tell us how many abortions you have committed. This thing is not coming out on my husband's phone. I don't know. Maybe I should just give you guys my own gist and move on. I can't find it on his phone. How many abortions did I commit? I was looking at the person like, really? Is that the gist you people have been gisting behind my back, that okay, probably she committed plenty abortions, that is why she has not had children? Like, hey God, hey God. Like the day the person said, I said, now wow. I don't, if not because I'm sharing these stories now, I really don't take such things to heart. I just thought about it and I was like, really, I'm sure this is what maybe they've been saying at my back, or all those kind of things. I just like, I just smiled, because there are some things that there's no point trying to explain to people that, oh, this is what is happening to me. I was just smiling and looking at her like, because it did not make sense to me. It didn't make sense to me at all. So I just want to encourage anyone that people have laughed at you, or used your pain to laugh at you, to mock at you, that don't let it weigh you down, because I know that it can be painful. It really can get to you. It may want to make you to be sad, to start thinking about your life and all those kind of things. But no, that's not the way to go. Be happy, be joyful, because your miracle is on the way. Okay, where is this story? Oh, let me pause. I'm sorry, I couldn't get the story of the lady, but maybe some other time. I really wanted to read her story, but it's okay. So people mock at people, like, is I remember I had a boss who was as at that time I was really not serious about having kids, but I was already married, and there was another lady in the office that wanted to go for medical. She wanted to go for IVF and like take a leave of absence. So that lady confided in another senior colleague, do you understand? And that one now started spreading the talk. Like, does it make you look like you have something when you do all those kind of things? So the girl really felt bad, so she came to talk to my boss. My boss was now like, you don't do that. Like, you don't, you only, like, if you want to get your leave of absence, you go and meet the line of authority that will do that for you. But to now be telling people that are not really involved in that thing, you just be exposing yourself to unnecessary talk and gossips. I really cannot say why people use other people's predicament to laugh at them, but here's what I can say. How you respond when people do that to you determines the outcome. If you're a believer, that if you believe, if you're a Christian, okay, I know there are some people who are from other faiths. I really don't know how it works there, but I'm just talking about how it works for us Christians. And when somebody mocks you, when somebody laughs at your pain, take it to God in prayer. Forgive those people, because that's their own judgment will meet them where it will meet them. But take that thing to God in prayer and say, Lord, look at this scenario. I bring it to you. And let God's judgment come in that. And most time, God's judgment that we're looking for is not for him to kill the other person. God's judgment is that his name will be glorified. That at the end of the day, you have your children. And it reminds me of the story of Hannah in the Bible, and I'm going to end here. She had her, what's the word I want to say, colleague. Do they have colleagues in polygamous? Her mate, Penina, who was always mocking her because she had more children and Anna could not have children, even though Anna was the husband's favorite. And there was a particular year that the pain was too much for Hannah, that Hannah went to for prayer and really poured out her heart to God, and she conceived. I don't know how people have mocked you. I don't know what people have used to mock you. It may not be childbearing. It may be where you live. It may be where you work. It may be your financial status. It could be anything. But what I do know is that God has the final say, right? And how we respond to what people do to us really goes a long way. Don't allow people's words hurt you to the point that you feel bad, or you want to shrink, or you don't want to express yourself because you are like, look at what people are saying about me, or you bow your head in shame. Don't do that. If people are mocking you, don't mind me. That's the time to pepper them. Don't let them see your tears. Don't allow your enemies to see your tears. Let them be mysterious. Let them keep wondering, like, what's happening? What's happening? This person is um supposed to be sad, but this person is living their best life. This person is traveling around the world. If you have the money, this person is just living their best life. Live your best life, guys. I don't know if I've shared this before. There was somebody who was telling me, oh, I did a video, the thing did not save. So a friend of mine was like, she was beefing me up because me, I married a very wealthy man. Amen. My husband is wealthy. My husband is richer than Dangote. And that me, I just forgot everybody. That me, I'm just living our best life. That we're just everywhere. I say, hey, really? That's what I see me. Oh God, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I don't look like what I've been through, because me, I'm not going to come and be sitting you down to say, this was not happening. No, come and help me. Nah, we turn up. Even if we have one cloth, we will wear that one cloth as if say is Dolce and Gabbana or Versace or one kind thing like that. Okay, so don't let your enemies see your tears, even friends, because they are frenemies. don't let them see your tears. Don't let them break you. Okay, I don't know why I'm going in this tangent, but the person I'm talking to, you know yourself. Don't allow your current situation determine your life, or say, okay, because you are trusting God for a child, every other part of your life should shut down. No, if you are somebody that likes academics, go for your masters, do your PhD. Yes, you say, what will people say? They'll say you're not taking out time to have a child. See, baby will come when baby wants to come. I remember the first 3 years, I mean the first 2 years, I didn't have a very strenuous job like that. Pikin no come. And I had very strenuous, like very strenuous work. mm, I was still, even when I conceived, I was working, like really working. So leave that and do what you want to do. Okay, so I'm going to end this video here. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Please, you guys, help me, oh, support me, make I beg una, help our YouTube career. Give this video a thumbs up, leave comments, engage with the video. Okay, I'll see you in my next one. Mwah.